Sorry, guys, had some technical issues. Had something wrong with the transmission for the game, and that was the reason for delay. Anyway, we are back. It's still PSG 2, Inter Milan nil. Looks like as if Inter Milan are playing with a little bit confidence in terms of they are playing with a little bit positivity over here. Once again, trying to make sure that they win those second ball. Barella once again on the ball. Martinez out in the open. And now there will be a foul free kick given to PSG. A yellow card coming out for who is this kid? I think there has been substitutions being made over here by Inter Milan. Is Zelwiski. So once again, guys, it's a case of what can Inter Milan do from here onwards. So let's see what will happen. Can Inter Milan make a comeback? It's even with yes and no. So let's see what will be the case. You can see lots of fans turned out in huge numbers for both sets of clubs. The tickets have been completely sold out. 56 minutes being played. Once again, PSG right now with the ball. Brilliant defended by Inter Milan. Now Inter Milan are playing really good. You can see that they have changed their approach. They're playing with a little bit positivity. Now Thuram being fouled. It'll be a free kick for Inter Milan right at the halfway line. It is looking as if Inter Milan are looking for those channels through the central zones. And now the ref is coming all the way towards the bench over here. And a yellow card will come out from the ref's pocket in towards Izagi. And Izagi was really animated on the touchline over there. Now Inter Milan are playing with a little bit confidence. Once again, pushing that ball forward. I mean, if Inter Milan scored a goal over here, then it's completely a case of how PSG are going to respond. And you can see Inzaghi is really looking frustrated over there. He's brought out DeMarco. I think due to the fact because DeMarco couldn't handle the way Desadu was on that left-hand side, as well as Croatia. And once again, Inter Milan with the ball. That was a poor attempt by Barella because he needs to know that you can't shoot from that distance and hit it on target. You need to make sure that you have a game in play. And you can see Inter Milan fans really frustrated, looking pretty much down in terms of they are really hurting at the moment because they didn't expect their team to go down so swiftly. But anyway, they need to know that still half an hour remaining. And if they get a goal back, then everything changes. And it's all a case of what they can do right now from this moment onwards. They need to be still in the game, and hopefully that'll be the case. Right now, PSG once again and Inter Milan are winning those balls. They're really playing with some confidence. Now there's one PSG play down. There is one Inter Milan play down. There's a cross coming in. Donnarumma jumps up and collects it, and it looks like it's Bisek down on the ground. So Inter Milan have made a couple of changes now. Need to have a quick look. What did they change in that moment? Vitinha is the one who is making things click for PSG. Now let me see what changes have been made over here. So Jan Bisek as well as Nikola Zalewski are the ones who came in. It was Pavard as well as DeMarco. Both of them have been made substitution over there. Now we're seeing another Inter Milan about to get into the game. And it looks like Bisek, who just came in, is holding his tie. And it looks like he might not be able to continue. Chance, and what a close chance that was once again for PSG. And Hakimi was the one who came this close. And right now, it's a case of what could have we done over there. That is really brilliant by Desadu. He was really good with the competition over there. And now you can see Luis Enrique quite animated. He thinks that his boys need to get another goal in order to kill this game. But so far, Inter Milan are making it a little bit difficult for them. I mean, what happened to them in the first half? They could have been playing in this kind of manner in the first half, but for some reason their approach was not positive. Now Vitinha with a brilliant cross in, but it goes all the way out. It will be a goal kick. 61 minutes and 30 seconds. Two changes about to be made for Inter Milan. You can see Damian as well as another player about to come on. Now let's see what changes are going to be made. Mkhitaryan is the one who will be coming out of the pitch, and just waiting to read the name who has come onto the pitch. So Damian is coming on as well. So Bisek, who just came on, is going out. I mean, this is the really, really bad stuff you tend to see. I mean, player coming in, getting an opportunity in the Champions League final. As soon as you come on as a substitute, you are being taken out because you're injured. Not a good sight to see. Anyway, a substitution being wasted over there. And now, let's see what's going to happen. It is going to be really interesting. PSG once again on the ball. Vitinha once again restarting the play. Remember, guys, Barcola is still on the bench. And there are about, I think Emery is also on the bench. So 5 attempts so far by Inter Milan and 17 by PSG. 5 on target for PSG and none for Inter Milan. Now, Vitinha, what a play that he is providing. Oh, and he scored. Oh, what a goal that is. And they've killed it. It's done, guys. PSG have done it. They scored the third goal. And that's it. I think Inter Milan have done. They are done. It's all over. I think PSG are on the verge of winning their first ever Champions League. This is going to be a night to remember for the French Parisians. And you can see this kid, 19 years of age, the youngest goal scorer ever to score in the tournament. And 19 years of age, guys, Desadu scoring in the 64th minute. What a goal that is. And PSG fans can believe it. They are starting to believe it that in 20 minutes they will be crowned as the champions of the Europe. And what a player he is, Desadu. Remember, guys, he was linked to Manchester United, and I didn't have that much faith. I did see him play in the last Euros, but I wasn't convinced enough by him. But now looking him playing in PSG side, he is really, really brilliant, and he is showing his case. He is one hell of a player, and I'm sure that PSG have got a real gem on their hands. Now, will he ever want to get a move into another club? Maybe Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona, but I don't think so. He's going to be the new face of PSG. I think they got a real players on their hand, and right now he gets a yellow card for taking off his shirt. And 64 minutes. So PSG on the verge of winning this. 66 minutes being played. So Doe getting a yellow card. And I think he's being substituted now. And PSG fans celebrating. They're showing his first goal. I think second goal was much better than the first goal because in the second goal he was really brilliant. Spotted the area where he needed to place the ball. And now Barcola comes in. Another talented Frenchman. 22 years of age. Let's see what can he do. It's going to be really interesting to see what can he do right now. Desiree getting appreciation from the bench as well as from the fans. What a night he has for today. I think he's going to be man of the match. Once again, ball comes in. Coming in for Inter Milan. Right now, ball comes in. I think Inter Milan are done. If they don't score a goal in the next 5 minutes, I think it's all over for Inter Milan. I mean, coming back from free goal, it's a challenge itself. If you would ask me, can they do it? I think it'll be very hard for them. But in order to do so, they need to score a goal in the next 5 minutes. If they don't, that's it then. They need to pack their bags and go home. And I mean, Inter Milan, as much as good they were against Manchester City, they have been really poor in this final. And you can see the fans is turning out to be the worst season in the history of Inter Milan is due to the fact that they have lost on the last day against Napoli in the Serie A. They lost the league title. And, you know, when you come so close with another team in the league and you tend to lose on the last day, it's very hard to take that kind of defeat. But then you think that, you know what, we got another final, we got another major trophy to win, which is the Champions League, and this might be the year. Everybody was expecting Inter Milan to win this game. I mean, everybody was expecting, but you have to give credits to Luis Enrique, the way he has turned around this PSG side. They have been really a breath of fresh air to watch. And now it's Thuram who will get a yellow card for a very bad foul on Fabian Ruiz. And that was a very poor challenge. And you can see Thuram was a little bit late over there. He came with his studs up, so that is the reason he's been given a yellow card. And it wasn't malicious or anything, but he just came in a little bit late. So 69 minutes on the clock, 21 minutes remaining. Inter Milan have got 2 more minutes in order to kill this. But now PSG on the break. They need to score. Oh my God, that was a really good play by Dembele, who thought maybe Kovacic was right behind him. There's a chance, and PSG once again missing. It's Barcola. He shoots it inside the box. It goes high up in the crowd. It was inches away. That was a very good chance for Barcola. Whoa. That was really, really close. PSG could have scored another goal. And now Inter Milan are going to make their last change. This is the fifth personnel, and Hakan is done for tonight. It's all over, it seems, for Hakan. He is holding his thigh a long season. And now you can see Asllani is coming on for Kalhanoglu. And 70 minutes are up. We are right at the verge where if Inter Milan do not score a goal here, then I think it's going to be all over for them. Ice pack straight away onto Hakan's lower calf muscle. Now Inter Milan trying to break away, but PSG are too good for it. That's brilliant by Neves, and Neves being fouled. Brilliant ball being played into Fabian. You can see Bastoni getting there in time. Somebody gets the ball, but it'll be a yellow card right now coming out of the pocket. Inter Milan fans can't believe what is happened. A Serbi getting a yellow card. 371 passes by PSG in comparative to Inter Milan's 229, and 90% of their passes had the accuracy, whereas Inter Milan just had 82%. A foul made by PSG to Lautaro Martinez. Quick restart of the play, and now it's Barella putting that ball across, and once again couldn't able to keep it in. Now quick play by PSG trying to move the ball, keeping hold of it. 72 minutes. PSG trying everything that they can in order to get to the ball. I think when you look at the front two of Inter Milan, like the likes of Thuram and Martinez, they're trying their best, but they haven't been that much mobile as the front PSG men were, because they've been really brilliant. Even Dembele, and now he puts Kovica on a track, and he scored, and he does. PSG scored the fourth goal of the night. What a goal that is, and that's the game over. It's done. PSG are on the verge of winning the Champions League trophy, and that is the worst performance ever by any Italian side in terms of defensive. What a win is going to be for PSG and its manager, Luis Enrique. You can see him celebrating. What a win this is going to be. And this is a statement win from the PSG fans as well as the players. They have been really brilliant tonight, guys. You have to give the credit. Regardless if you support PSG or not, you have to give the credit the way they approach this game. They have been really brilliant tonight, and you have to give 100 out of 100 to Luis Enrique for these kind of tactics employed. Dembele, what a pass that was. He reads the situation, sees the space, puts the ball in that space. Kovica gets to it and makes sure that he beats Sommer. What a goal. And that is the Georgian Messi, as his nickname is being referred. Kvaratskhelia coming from Napoli, joining PSG in the January transfer window. And what a goal that is, guys. Did he join in January? I think so. He did join in January or something like that. Or did he join in summer? Let me have a quick look. Kuicha joins PSG. When did he join PSG? Right. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, he did join in the January transfer window. And look, what have they done? Inter Milan fans, I think they've realized now it's done. They can't make anything happen right now. Scoring in the Champions League final, it's a dream thing, mostly for the fans. And sorry for the player, but for the fans, it's quite memorable because have PSG ever won Champions League? Let me have a quick look. Won a European trophy. Let me see. Have PSG won the European Cup? Yes, they have never ever raised a European trophy, so they are finally going to do it in next 16 minutes until and unless Inter Milan come out with a miracle. That's the word I'm going to use if they come out with a miracle, which I don't expect them to do. Barella chance. It's not Inter Milan's night tonight, guys. There was a very good chance and missed by Thuram. He shoots it, but Donnarumma saves it, and I think that's it. That's it. It's not Inter Milan's night tonight, guys. What a stretch that was from Donnarumma. Right move, right spot, right shot, but Donnarumma was there to make that important save. Inter Milan can throw whatever they have got, but not enough. So PSG 4, Inter Milan nil. And PSG have silenced the critics, silenced the neutral fans in terms of everybody knew that they were jokers. They were never, I'm not meaning jokers, but chokers who choke right at the final. And it seems that Inter Milan fans, you can see them that the season has been destroyed. Winning was really important for them, but PSG have taken them by storm. And Inter Milan are going to throw everything that they've got. They need to score a goal. Come on, guys, you need to score a goal. Pretty poor cross. And once again, PSG making that clearance. It'll be another corner kick coming in. Wow. Cross comes in. That was a very good cross, but nothing comes out of it. 77 minutes being played. So Marquinhos will finally lift a Champions League trophy. I do remember when Marquinhos did join PSG. I mean, I thought, you know what? What a waste of a career he's going to make. What kind of decision is that? Because he could have joined Real Madrid, he could have joined Barcelona, he could have joined Manchester United, he could have joined Manchester City, he could have joined the top clubs in those days. You know, him and Skriniar were the top names in the centre backs when they were quite young. Him and Skriniar, they were really, really good players. And for some reason, I was always surprised. You know what? Him and Verratti. I mean, you're joining PSG. You're going to play in the French league. I mean, at that time, you could have felt that players talented as Verratti as well as Marquinhos, they're going to waste their good years. But now when you look at it, I mean, they just bided the time. They really were in, and they made sure that they stuck in. They stayed to the course. They held on, and even if after that loss against Bayern Munich, I do remember it was a case of, because if you can't win with Mbappe and Neymar, what else you need? And they went and they bought Messi. I mean, they didn't bought Messi, but they signed him on for 2 years, and even then PSG were nowhere near. And now when you look at this, no Mbappe, no Neymar, no Messi, and they look better. They look really good. And I think it's you have to stick to your game plan. You have to stick to your basically thinking in terms of that, what, you'll get there in the end. And that's the case with Marquinhos, that finally he'll get to win a Champions League with PSG. Who could have thought that? And I mean, it's good. It's good for him. And that was a famous loss. I remember PSG losing to a team against Barcelona. Yeah, I think that was a comeback or something like that. And everybody made fun of them. But now look how they're playing tonight. The way they started the game in the first 20 minutes, they were really brilliant. Inter Milan were nowhere near. And even at the beginning of the game, if you would have asked me, I would have said, you know what? Inter Milan are gonna win this quite easily, because they are the ones who approach, always whenever they play a game, they always approach it showing their maturity. They always compose. They know what they need to do. Their players are always on the spot. They know what their roles are, and they always make sure that they are executing it quite perfectly. But tonight, PSG had them by the throat, and the start of the whistle, they were right at them. I mean, Sommer was really finding it hard to move the ball out of the area, and as soon as he was passing it to Bastoni or Acerbi, they were really under pressure. And you have to give credit to Luis Enrique the way he make this team click, and you have to give them the credit. Credit is where credit is due, but I think Luis Enrique is going to be the man in demand once he win this Champions League. I think he will stay at PSG. And another shot taken by the Inter Milan player. 10 minutes remaining. If you would ask me, can Inter Milan score? I don't think so. If you would ask me, can PSG score? I think so. Yes, they can win it with 5 goals to nil, and what a memorable win it will be. And this kind of win really opens up a lot of interesting things, like such as who can win Champions League next year. I think next year Barcelona going to be there. I think brilliant, brilliant. Can PSG score? They've missed it. It's Barcola. Too much showboating. He should have put that in. And I mean, it would have been 5-0. Serbi was nowhere near, 9 was Summer. But anyway, the ball has gone wide. Right. But if you ask me next year, I think Barcelona are going to be there. I think Liverpool, if they get the players that they're targeting, then Liverpool. Because if they can get, they've just got Frimpong. They are going to be after, they're trying for Wirtz from Leverkusen. And it's all about the fee and the structure of the fee. If that gets accepted, if Wirtz join Liverpool, then their next target is Ekitike from Frankfurt. And with those 3 additions, and if they can get another defender, uh, a defender and a midfielder, then Liverpool are going to be there. Liverpool, Barcelona, third team. I can't say this about Real Madrid until and unless I want to see how does Alonso does with this Real Madrid, because Ancelotti has gone now. He'll be managing Brazil. So I want to see how does Alonso implement his Real Madrid tactics, and want to see how does he utilize the likes of Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Bellingham, Camavinga, Chumeni, without Modric as well. So I want to see how does Alonso does with this Real Madrid, and then we can say if Real Madrid are going to be there or not. Now, Liverpool, Barcelona are going to be there. I think PSG are going to be there as well, the way they're playing. And if Luis Enrique stays, then I can certainly say that yes, PSG are going to be there. So those three teams for sure. And another brilliant pass. I mean, how come they find those kind of areas? It's unbelievable. What is wrong with Barcola? Because every single time he's not using his head. He could have easily put it for Dembele, but he didn't. So Emery as well as Ramos are about to come on for PSG. We might see Dembele being substituted, and it's Huicha who's going to come out, and Emery is going to come on as well. So Huicha is done for tonight. 84 minutes played. Ramos coming on. João Neves and Fabian being substituted as well. Emery coming onto the pitch. Luis Enrique watching the game. Remember, he lost his daughter, Zana, and I think tonight is going to be all about the tributes being sending towards Enrique family. And of course, tragedies are the ones which make it real special because you know you tend to think that you're in for the game, but some things are beyond the game. And for Luis Enrique, no matter if he wins 10 Champions League, nothing is bigger than losing a child, and it's something. And his attitude towards it, it's really, really amazing because it's true as well that the ones who are gone, they're never gone, they're always there. And 85 minutes being played. I think Inter Milan fans are done. You can see the fans quite frustrated. They weren't expecting a loss such as this heavy. I think questions are going to be asked what went wrong, and I think Inzaghi is going to be under pressure. I won't be surprised if Inzaghi decides to leave because remember he had an offer from a Saudi Arabia club, and he said that he is not looking to move. But with this loss, would he consider to leave Inter Milan? I mean, PSG are really, really brilliant, and they scored the fifth goal. Oh my God! Oh my God! They scored the fifth goal. Oh my God! I mean, oh my God! Oh my God! I mean, what has happened to Inter Milan? What has happened to Inter Milan? Oh my God! PSG scoring 5 goals in the final. Nobody could have predicted this. Nobody could have thought about this. I mean, Luis Enrique is a special, special coach, man. He won with Barcelona in 2015, and everybody said that it was MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, and they were the ones who made things click. It wasn't the brilliance of Enrique, but I think Enrique has made his point. I think it was Enrique because since then Barcelona haven't been able to win a Champions League final. He was the last coach ever to win a Champions League final with Barcelona, and look at Barcelona now. They have been to the semi-finals. They have been there and then, but Enrique is a special coach. And I think if Manchester United ever look in future for changing coach, then Enrique would be the first name over there. Wow, it's a demolition job right now, and I can't bear to be an Inter Milan fan. Or it's really brutal. I mean, it's really brutal. It's brutal. This is brutal. This is brutal. I mean, wow. Mayulu scoring that goal. Wow. PSG 5, Inter Milan nil. I think ref should blow the whistle. Mayulu 87 minutes. I want to see when did PSG were acquired by Qataris. When did Qatar take over PSG? Right. 2011. It's been what? It's been they bought it for 59 million and it's valued between 3.5 and 4.2 billion. Wow. And I mean 2011, that's about 9 years till 20, and if you add these 5 years that's around 14, and in 14 years they've finally been able to win the European Cup, which is not bad.
Not bad at all. Like, I might think that, it's a case of, yeah, you do need money in order to change things around. And PSG have certainly tried that route. But I think in the end, everything depends on the manager's vision. And sometimes you need a special manager. And Luis Enrique is a special manager.
He's a special coach. He truly is a special coach. So 90 minutes are up. How much stoppage time are they going to give? Come on, you need to stop this. I mean, that was really poor from Makimi, what he was trying to do. That was blatant as day. And that's it. They've blown the full-time whistle. PSG have done it. They are the European champions, guys. It's all over. The ref has blown the whistle, and the players are ecstatic. They are showing range of emotions. Some are crying, some are dancing, some are screaming, some are down on the ground. Donnarumma can't believe he's the Champions League winner now. He did win the Euro with Italy. You can see Desaidu, the guy who made things happen for PSG, 19 years of age. What a game this has been, guys. I mean, at the beginning of the game, if you would have said me the scoreline is going to be 5-0 in favor of PSG, no way. I wouldn't have. I thought, you know what, good luck, but I don't think so. This will happen. But anyway, it has happened, and credit is where the credit is due. Luis Enrique for me is the man. He is the man, guys. PSG are the champions. They have done it. They have shown. And you have to give credit. There are going to be celebrations in Qatar. There are going to be celebrations in Paris. There's certainly going to be a lot of celebrations in those two parts of the world, as well as in Munich. This is where the final was being played, and Luis Enrique is celebrating, and the fans are celebrating. It means so much to PSG after all these years, after so much struggle, after getting Mbappe, after trying to get Neymar, after trying to get Messi. They never got the big one. And now, without those big names, they managed to get the big one. So in the end, it's everything about coaching. It's everything is about managing. It's everything is about your game plan. Inter Milan, two finals, one in 20, one in 25. And they've come short. And you can see what it means for Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique getting something from the crowd over there. He's going to put on a shirt. And PSG fans celebrating, PSG players celebrating, what it means to them. Finally winning the Champions League. I think it's going to be a bus parade. They've done the treble. They won the treble. PSG have won the Champions League. Right, that's good one, Renati. Thank you very much for tuning in, my man. It's really nice. I mean, it's a case of you tend to think that Inter Milan. Uh, Before the start of the game, I was expecting Inter Milan to win it quite comfortably because their players were much more mature. But you have to give credit to Luis Enrique the way he executed his game plan. And now Luis Enrique taking off his shirt and about to wear this shirt he got from the crowd. And Desaidu now right now hugging him in celebration. He's gonna wear this shirt. Let's see what's on the shirt. Is this something special, or is it something else? No, it's just a simple shirt. Nothing written over there, or is there something written on the shirt? Just need to have a quick look on the front of his shirt. But he's celebrating with his players. That is true, Renati. That is quite true. Not say anymore. And you can see how much it means for the PSG players because all these years, everybody used to make fun of them that it's a cash-rich club. Players tend to join because of those. There is some certain drawing on the shirt. Is it a I don't know what it says on the shirt, but somebody did give him a shirt and he just wore it. Uh, don't know if was from a family or something, or maybe from a friend. So anyway, now thinking about the reputation of PSG was that they're a cash-rich club, and the players tend to join them just for a payday. They can earn a lot of money, and some of these players they can sit on the bench and just earn big bucks. But I think the culture in the PSG for so far, like if you count the last 10 years, it was basically trying to make a statement. But when you have the likes of the old giants such as Real Madrid or Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, it's pretty hard to make your stance or trying to make yourself relevant. It's not that easy. And I remember that final when they played against Bayern Munich. It was during COVID days, and Mbappe and Neymar, they were the real two key players. And you know, it felt like as if it might not be easy for them, because if you can't win with Neymar and Mbappe, then how can you do it? And then I remember they went on to sign Messi, and even then you would thought, what, maybe they can get to a final, maybe, semis, yeah, but they weren't good enough. And when Neymar left, Messi left, then it was only Mbappe, and it was just a matter of time. Everybody knew that he will leave one day and he will join Real Madrid, although there was so much pressure on him that he shouldn't leave. But it was what it was, and I think it's a drawing. It's a drawing from his daughter or something, printed on the shirt. It looks like it because it looks like it's a drawing, and wow. So PSG are the new European champions. PSG have now won the treble, and I think the reputation will change from this moment onwards. There's so much celebration on the pitch right now. I think it's the family who are on the pitch. It looks like, or is it the backroom staff? I think it looks like a backroom staff, and you can see the Ridge over there, who's the Dutch player. Lots of sad faces in Inter Milan team. I think it's an aging team. Inter Milan need to change some of the personnel. It's an aging team. I think there needs to be some changes. And there's celebrations happening in Parc des Princes where they were showing the live game inside the stadium. And you can see the celebration, fireworks. It's going to be party time in Paris. I mean, imagine after all these years. And wow, look at the celebrations. And it looks like as if they were waiting for this moment. And now Donnarumma trying to console his Italian teammates in the Inter Milan side. And you can see Luis Enrique celebrating with the director of football. I think so. That's who's the PSG director of football? PSG director of football. I think that's Luis Campos. Yes, that was Luis Campos celebrating. I think that duo, the guy who helped Enrique trying to build this team, and you can see Paris celebrating over there. PSG fans.
these nights are special, you know. These nights are really special when you tend to get big wins. And Dembele right now celebrating with Jamie Carragher and Thierry Henry on the sideline interview, and Barcola hugging Henry over there. And right now, Paris Eiffel Tower is turned into red and blue, and PSG have won. Inter Milan fans crying over there is devastating. You tend to come in with the high hopes, but then it turns out to be a loss. And now the UEFA CEO executive is coming on to the middle, and the fans are celebrating. Desaidu over there celebrating over there with the TV interview. We're going to end this poll right now. It's done and dusted. So we're just waiting for the medal ceremony. Just to see. Nasser Al Khalifa celebrating with his players. It means a lot to him. It really means a lot to him. Finally, PSG winning big. So many players, I mean, so many high profile players. Ronaldinho, Ibrahimovic, David Beckham, I mean, Neymar, Mbappe, Messi. And in the end, they did it with George and Messi. They did it with, what did they used to call Dembele? They used to call him plastic. Yeah, plastic player, like he was always injured. And then they did it with a 19-year-old kid from Rene. And I mean, if you wonder, like, what does it take? What's the perfect recipe for success? And you have answer in this. You know, it's. I mean, you can win with mega superstars. I mean, look at Real Madrid when they won 3 times in a row with Zinedine Zidane. I mean, what a team that was! Marcelo, Modric, Cruz, Ronaldo, Benzema. I mean, it was a team full of stars. You know, Vinicius Junior. I think Vinicius Junior joined then, but it was a special Real Madrid team, and they were full of superstars. I mean, Barcelona in 2015. But for me, if you were to ask me right now, I think you have to give credit to Enrique. Now, if you go back in the 2015 win, I think it has changed my perception because at that given time, everybody said when you have Messi, Neymar, Suarez, how are you going to lose? So the credit wasn't given to Enrique. But now looking at this, I think it was Enrique. Because the managers before Enrique in Barcelona, they tried their best, but they couldn't. Even though the last European Cup was won back in 2011 under Pep Guardiola, and that was against Manchester United. So now, in that case, if you would ask me, they changed about 2 or 3 managers, and they never came close. And then they brought in Luis Enrique. They won in 2015. And after Luis Enrique left, Barcelona never won a European Cup. They never came close. And I think this was what, second or third time, or maybe fourth time that they came close to semi-final. And so that means Enrique is a very, very good coach. He's a very good manager. If he's a good manager, then he has got very good range of coaches who tend to do things. And now Inter Milan collecting the losers medal. They were here 2 years before. They lost against City.
At that time, I thought Inter Milan could have won it, but that goal from Rodri, the reason he got Ballon d'Or, and Vinicius was robbed. Inter Milan fans, Inzaghi getting his second losers medal. What a player he was in his heyday, and disappointment. Now it's time for PSG to collect their medal. Is Luis Enrique, who will jump on, and he gets a big hug from Nasser Al Khalifa, and they will get their winners medal. Gets a hug from the UEFA CEO and gets a winners medal. Truly special player, Luis Enrique, touching the trophy over there. Donnarumma getting his medal. Fabian Ruiz, Hernandez, Vichinia, Donnarumma, Fabian Ruiz. They're touching and kissing the trophy. You can see how much it means to them, you know. Kangli in. He's a special player, Kangli in, guys. If you don't know who he is, if I was Manchester United director of football, I would go and get this guy, man. He's simply sensational. And today I saw John Neves, you know, and I think that United have missed out on both on this guy. I mean, Ugarte is a good player, but if I would have to pick one, I would have gone for him. Him and Vichinia were truly special in the middle of the pitch. Kavicha getting his medal. That's the reason he moved from Napoli to PSG. It was an eye-raising move for him, but now I know why he did that. And he had a better chance of winning the Champions League trophy with PSG rather than Napoli. Although he always wanted to move to either Real Madrid or Barcelona. I think Real Madrid. Yeah, he wanted to move to Real Madrid, but he didn't get his move. And now Marquinhos, after so many years, when he joined the PSG project, he was similar to these players, but now at the edge of 30 years of age, let me see how old is he. Marquinhos is going to get the trophy, and he gets it, kisses it. So much means to him. He can see this. You can see the tear in his eye. What does it mean to him? He faced all that criticism, 31 years of age, and finally has done it. And the fireworks have been blown, and they have done it. And PSG are the European champions, and the captain lifting the trophy. What a win that is! They can celebrate now. This is truly special. Vichinia down on his knees, and you can see what it means to them. The staff joining as well, and this is truly, truly special. And PSG have made the statement. Just wow. Kimpembe lifting the trophy. Hakimi as well. And everybody celebrating over here, guys. Kavicha as well. Donnarumma. Wow. Dembele. Is it Dembele? Looks like it is Dembele. And Nasser Khalifa, he wins the trophy, he lifts the trophy. Luis Campos, and look what it means to him. Vichinia celebrating once more. What a truly special player he is. PSG fans celebrating over there, guys. PSG left the. Now it's Luis Enrique celebrating over there, and the young players, young Emery as well. You can see what it means to them. Everybody used to make fun of Nasser Al Khalifa because they used to think that because he has got so much cash, they've got so much money that they will never be able to win. And I would get it how they're feeling. All of them, all of these years. You've been made fun of. You've been Emery lifting the trophy over there. The celebrations happening in Paris. I'm sure there's going to be an open bus top parade. You see, PSG fans are going to enjoy throughout the night. You can clearly see what it means to them. Everybody can't get to the final because there are limited number of tickets, but I'm sure everybody was switched on to their tellies, watching the game from wherever they were, even across all over the world. Those PSG fans, and so PSG are the champions, guys, and lifting the trophy. Once again, guys, I would like to thank and appreciate for those of you who have tuned in. And hopefully, we'll see you soon with the transfer stories. We'll be starting to do that as well. And it'll be happening on this channel. We'll be talking about transfers. And the season is over. So finally, we will get to talk about those transfers, big transfers happening in the Europe, all these clubs trying to get all these big players. So once again, guys, I would like to thank and appreciate for those of you who have tuned in. Hopefully, I'll see you soon in the transfers episodes that we're going to do. So once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a nice one.